Imagine a young child shrinking away from their parents in fear, not because they've done anything, quote, wrong, but because they've gotten so used to accepting physical punishment. According to the National Library of Medicine, in the US, about 50% of parents of toddlers and 65 to 68% of parents of preschoolers use corporal punishment as a regular form of discipline. By high school, 85% of Americans report that they have been physically punished by their parents. In this speech, I will be using corporal punishment synonymously for physical punishment. My claim today is that physical punishment does more harm to kids than good. It leads to negative developmental, behavioral, and emotional outcomes. Parents should use non-physical methods of discipline to create healthier child development and family relationships. Here is a sad but kind of explicit image that I would like to share with you guys, saying how many times do I have to remind you, violence is not the answer. It shows that physical punishment is not only ineffective but also harmful to individuals' well-beings. While physical punishment may be a quick fix to get the child to behave, it can have long-lasting effects on the child and your family unit. As a future social worker, I'm very passionate about helping parents find effective and healthy ways to discipline their children. Some parents believe that physical punishment or spanking is an appropriate way to teach a child right from wrong. According to Gershoff 2021, many parents who support corporal punishment experienced it themselves. They believe it's necessary for discipline. However, research shows that it actually promotes more aggressive behaviors in children, which just perpetuates a cycle of physical punishment across generations. Research shows that physical punishment can be effective in the short term, but it fails to teach the underlying lesson and creates fear instead of understanding. According to Gershoff 2016, physical punishment is still used in schools today. 57%, 53%, 15, 20, 22, 25. All these states. It should not be happening and there should be laws against it. According to social cognitive theory, using physical punishment on kids can make them more likely to develop hostile attribution biases, which means that they associate other kids' actions with being hostile or mean, which means they are more likely to act aggressively in situations, and it just teaches them violence to use in conflict or when they are mad. According to a meta-analysis of over 75 studies from Gershoff and the Library of Medicine 2021, 87% of the studies found that corporal punishment was associated with decreased long-term compliance and fewer moral and pro-social behaviors. Another meta-analysis found that other forms of discipline, like timeouts or removing privileges, were just as effective, if not more, at fostering moral development and positive behavior. Most of the studies from Gershoff found that children who are exposed to physical punishment have a harder time with mental health issues, relationships with their families, or later in life, and experience more aggressive behaviors. American Psychological Association 2019 showed that physical punishment led to feelings of low self-worth that persisted into their adulthood from when they were children. Therefore, options like timeouts and logical consequences and positive reinforcement not only promotes better behavior but also helps children develop critical thinking skills. The Canadian Medical Association Journal by Durant 2012 shows that kids who are disciplined through non-physical punishment have improved self-regulation and lower anxiety levels. They're also better at building trust and respect and healthy relationships. By focusing on understanding nonviolent punishments and positive reinforcement rather than fear, parents can instill values and boundaries more effectively. Every child deserves to feel safe and respected in their home, so we should not be resorting to physical punishment to do this. Thank you. That is all.